Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, which is hilarious that I left out of the first one. My channel is all about cross-stitching and my journey to stitch all the things. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, hello and welcome. If you're returning, wow. I cannot believe that as of noon, I have 119 subscribers. I don't know what I thought. I was amazed by each comment. I was amazed by each like. I'm absolutely amazed that people are taking the time to hit subscribe. The community, that's literally why I'm here. I thought that would, being a part of the community would be enjoyable, and I'm telling you what, it already is. We might have a special guest today. Let me see if I can get this to work. My dog, Spike, is laying right here beside me. He has a black and tan beagle mix. He is our first rescue, and I will never go back to any other way. We just went on a walk, so he's happily snoozing beside me. So I was glad that he was close by so that you could get a peek. Let's see. I know I just posted Friday, but I was thinking about it, and I would like to get in the routine of doing my Flosstube videos on Mondays. So I thought, well, do I have enough to talk about? And then my brain's been going nonstop on the million things that I could talk about. So let's do this. First things first is my stitching. So last week on Monday, I finished Winter Stitch Along. It was the 2024 Sal from Stitchonomy. I hope I'm saying that right. There's what it looks like. Let me zoom out a little bit. It is really cute, and I paid for the kit, so I got these adorable little charms to add. One's a little puffball. I thought that was so cute. This one is on 14 count Riviera Ada. I bought the kit from Germany from Stitchonomy, and it was really neat. I started it February 24th of 2024 and finished it Monday, January 27th. It was actually my second finish for 2025, so I thought I would show you my first finish for 2025. It was Luck of the Irish by Primrose Cottage. Like I said in my last video, we have Irish heritage on my dad's side, so this one definitely had to be stitched. I did it on a 32 count platinum Lugana with the called for DMC threads. I really love how it turned out. I really like to make decorative pillows out of a lot of my stuff. Then I think that then it can be displayed on a shelf and seasonally and stored in a tub when not being displayed. And I think that that's my favorite way of finishing. But that normally means that it waits for a long time because I have to dig out my sewing machine. So I have a beautiful stack of finished things that need to be made into pillows. But the plan is always there for some day to get that sewing machine out and start that process. After finishing the Winter Sal, I decided to try to finish Winter Quaker by Primrose Cottage. My goal was to finish it by the end of the month, by the end of January. I didn't make it. So, yesterday, I put in the final stitches, which made me very happy. I don't know why it seemed to go really slow. This is what it turned out like. I used, hang on one second, 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I used DMC 93, which is one of their variegateds. I absolutely love how it turned out. I love it. I was kind of careful about going, left or right. I was trying to match up. If I finished a thread, I tried to match up the light instead of having a shocking light and dark. Like over here, I used dark here, so I tried to use the light part of the thread here, and I'm tickled. I cannot believe it's fantastic. For the other seasonal Quakers that they have, I've picked out other, hopefully matching, seasonal kind of variegated, and I'm really glad because this one turned out even better than I anticipated. So that is my third finish for 2025. Okay, what do I want to talk about? I was going to talk about in Semi-Sane, they had a where you could set up your yearly goals. So I'm going to show mine here. I thought that would be fun for you to see what my yearly breakdown that I'm going to try to do. Give me 1 second while I pull it up so that I can go over it with you. So the first goal is to hit 500 on Beer Dragon from Pain Free Craft. The second goal is 250 on Yggdrasil. That's a minimum. I would love to hit more every month. I am working on 4 of the Puntini seasons. I really like those. Like I said in my last video, I really like seasonal stuff. You definitely get me if it's a seasonal set. And these are just too cute. I'm going to try to do them in the seasons. So the first one I would really like finished by March 1st. Then I'll start spring, the first day of spring or soon thereafter, and so on and so forth. I'm doing the nesting boxes monthly that I showed you in the last video. And I did make a note. The first section took me 5 days and had 1,436 stitches. So there's quite a bit in each section. It'll be really interesting to see if each section compares to the last. I'm doing the 4 Quakers by Primrose Cottage. Luckily, I have 1 marked off, so I only have 3 of those left, and I will not start spring until spring is here in Indiana. So I'm pretty sure that's March 20th this year. I want to make progress on Mother Nature. The first one is winter. I don't know which one we're going to pick after that. That's always Jeremiah's fault. I know he picked winter first, so we'll see which one he picks next. Just depends on when I finish the first one. I also want to do the peppermint purple sal. Seems like right now it's easiest for me to wait till every 2 weeks. The new section is released on Wednesdays. So on the second Wednesday, I do the last 2 parts. Then I want to work on a mill hill each month at least 2 times. So I think that was realistic. You could set up to 10 goals, and I stopped at 8 because I know me. I like to jump around, and who knows what I'm going to be working on. So those 8 seem to be the ones that fit the best for me. So I really like that plan. Okay, I wanted to talk about, because this is going to kind of be a short video since I don't have as much stitching to share, what I like to use. I know some people are new to this hobby. It's funny. I've stitched for like 27, 28 years, longer than Jeremiah's been around. So I feel like I've done this forever. When you see the people that have just joined, it's so amazing. It's like, oh, you're a baby. And I remember, when I started, there was like totally different things that, you have to learn and you have to pick up. Uh-oh. Hang on. We're getting another cameo.
Hi. Basically, she's telling you she's old.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm only 45, but when you've stitched forever, it makes you feel old. When I started, you know, I got the traditional wooden hoop. Go away now.
Okay. Did I meet the
You made your cameo.
made
It's
the
done.
cameo? Okay.
When I first started, I remember I bought the wooden hoop that, you know, you thought you had to use. And I didn't like it at all. And then I bought the scroll frame, and I didn't like it. It's hard to keep the fabric tight. You know, the first few pieces I used was 14 count Aida, and you felt like you were going to get a paper cut. You know, they were so rough. I held on to the scroll frame, so one of the first pieces I have has oil from my hand all over it. It's so dirty. You know, so when I heard about Q-snaps, I thought, oh my gosh, those are too cool. So here is an example of a Q-snap, just in case you've never heard one. I think it's a quilter's tool. It's PVC pipe. I love an 8x8. I've tried other sizes. 11 by 11 is too heavy. When I went to a friend's house, she took apart a whole bunch of her Q-snaps and made the size she liked. And I went home and tried that, and then I could not get them back to where they were supposed to be. So I safely leave mine as an 8x8. The other suggestion I have is to get a Huggy. And this is, I've seen them called a Q-snap Huggy. I love them. It's bling. It's also keeps your hand off of your fabric because you're holding this and not your fabric. Also, any extra fabric you have, you kind of roll it up, and this holds it and keeps it out of the way, so you don't have to worry about having extra fabric hanging off. This is what works for me. There's a million options out there. Just find what works best for you. That's my suggestion. Another thing I wanted to suggest is note keeping. This year, I think I've finally found what works best for me. I have kept a planner, which is just a normal monthly planner where I write each day what I've stitched and any notes about, you know, what was going on that day. I have done that for, oh wow, long time. Originally, I bought just a calendar and wrote. I think it's so neat to tell people how many days a project has spent. So that really made sense for me. Then you can answer. I get asked all the time, well, how long did that take you? And when I hadn't kept track, you would say, well, I started that 7 years ago. And it sounded like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this for 7 years. Well, no, I hadn't. I put it down for 2 years. So I didn't like the vague, you know, that was not accurate at all. There's no way I spent 7 years. So the how many days I spent on a project really, to me, made a lot more sense. So that's what I write in the planner. And then this year I found apps, which are really handy. I started using Keep Notes for like an inventory of the fabric I'm using, the date I started, notes that go along with it. So if someone asks me, you know, well, what are you stitching that on? I have easy access. The other really nice thing about Keep Notes is you can access it on your phone. Now I use Android and across all my devices. So I don't know about Apple if it's the same. You can pull it up on your phone. You can pull it up on a tablet. You can even pull it up on a laptop. So you can access it across all devices. The same thing with Easy Notes. That's a new app I started using. That's where I keep track of what challenges I'm in. I'll show you an example. Each challenge is its own little square. So then I can pull that up and get the information I need for each challenge. Then you can archive them and make them go away. That's really handy to be able to look, hey, what am I doing and why? I also use Xstitch. I use that on my phone only. It is an app that I think you have to pay for lifetime. It keeps track of your inventory for your DMC, and you can make a shopping list real easy, and it'll tell you, like, you can hit a button for, I need to buy that one when I'm at the store. So then when I'm at Hobby Lobby, I can just pull my phone out and see, oh, hey, I marked that I need more, 310. So handy what you need without having to make a list. Okay, that took care of that. I actually have a haul. It just came today, which was perfect. This is from a Facebook group called the Vintage Stitcher Shop D-Stash. Join, but don't join if you don't want to be like very, very enabled. The prices are fantastic. I think they've explained that they travel and they buy stuff that's like overstock or a sellout or that kind of stuff, and then she'll put it on her website and it's 10% off, which as soon as you hear the word sale, you're like, hey, I need that. So I have a tendency to purchase way too much, even though I don't want to. So this is what I got this time. I got Blessings Be More by Erica Michaels. It is another Irish chart. I just love it. I love the Irish saying. I do not think... Yeah, this one's just normal. It's not on the gauze. This is on suggested 32 count. So I don't know what I'm going to stitch it or when. I just had to have it, of course. I got another Erica Michaels. This one is on the silk gauze. It is called Every Moment. Let's see. It says, cherish every memory, love every moment, embrace every possibility. So that one will be beautiful. I love the saying. I also had seen these before. They are from Crosswing Collection. When you finish the, it's a word that I might say wrong, biscornu, it ends up making a bird nest. I had this on my wish list. It was so funny because a lady finished one. I think she actually finished all 4 in a group that I follow. And I commented, oh, wow, I've always wanted to do those. And then I think it was the same day or the day after these came up on the D-Stash page. And so my reasoning, it was meant to be. So this is the Cardinal. I'm going to definitely do the biscornu, but I really like the little pillow. I don't think I'll do it as a scissor fob. I think I'll just do it as a little pillow to set beside the biscornu. They also had the Chipping Sparrow. I have enjoyed birds my whole life. I always have a bird feeder. I think they're just so much fun to watch. It amazes me how many different ones you get at different places. I know when we lived in Fort Wayne, we got totally different birds than here in Wabash. And it's like 2 hours away or an hour and a half away. It's like, that's amazing. This one is the Yellow Warbler. Those are just so cute. I don't know anything about these. I don't know what fabric they're stitched on or anything. And the last one is the Ruby-Throated Hummingbird. So, just so cute. This one happens to say on the back that the scissor fob was on 28 count. It doesn't have the information, of course, for the biscornu. So, we'll see when I get to those. Who knows when that will be. Let's see. That's all I have. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a short video. My plans. Now that the Winter Quaker is finally finished, I can start my February plans. I think first up, I want to do the February section of the Along the Nesting boxes. Here's a reminder of what it's going to look like. Get that done, get it out of the way. Then I always say that I'm going to see what's screaming the loudest. I think normal people just like what they would like to work on. I have screaming whips that just like, hey, get me. So I go by whichever one is the loudest to hopefully get it to quiet up and leave me alone. I can't think of anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Remember, love yourself. Find as many reasons to smile as you can, and good luck stitching all the things. We will see you next Monday. So evidently something I'm going to do is watch my video back and realize I forgot something and end up having to add a video at the end of my video. So this is that. I totally forgot to say thank you to the few people that have gave me a shout out. Shalene, I will put down at the bottom her Flosstube, gave me a wonderful shout out. I met her at the PALS retreat. So it was really neat to hear her give me a shout out. Thank you very much. And then Carolyn, Czuk Stitch, did a beautiful shout out. She really brought tears to my eyes. It was just so kind, the stuff that she said. She also gave me some good advice about how the lighting is good and that I'm loud enough, and that was really helpful. I appreciate that a lot. She seems like, you know, Flosstube royalty. So it was really nice to get a shout out for somebody like that. Shalene's been around forever too, so to have them shout me out was really nice, and I really appreciate it. I wanted to make sure to include that in my video, and of course I forgot, so now I did it. So I think that's all I forgot, so now I'll say bye again. Have a great week.